Hear me out. Before we get this started, just remember, I'm 7. Just before we get this started, let me, Uzi joint just got leaked out. I mean, look, the Planet, featuring YNW Melly, the remix, just listen. Oh, just wait for the beat. Wait for it. Wait for it.
I'm on a whole nother plan. 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 Fuck on the beat, go get a chick, go to the chick. I am not popping on mine, I'm playing the beat, sound cool. I got beats, white blood on the bed with the big arms. We'll get back, you gotta run.
Alright, we just gonna rock with the first half and we straight. But with that being said, we got a reaction video. Alright, so some news came out while I was at work. There's some things about 2K21 that's been released on Twitter. So I didn't have time to make a video, but we do have time to watch something. Well, someone who made a video tell us about the news. So we're gonna watch it today. Please leave a like, please leave a subscription. This video is now 2K related content only. If you want to see other stuff, check the second channel out. I'm out of breath. There's gonna be videos over there too, of reaction videos, basketball videos, stuff like that. Yeah, let's get it started. Yes, sir.
So we've seen a few things now for NBA 2K21. We've
Shout out DBG, link in the description.
Gameplay trailer where we literally saw about 15 seconds of gameplay. We've had all of our like pre-launch trailers and stuff. We've had the Zion thing, and now we got our first gameplay blog today, as well as the interview with Agent 00 with mytwam. There are a few things. Definitely that we know anyway. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 things we know have actually 100%, no question about it, changed in terms of NBA 2K20 to NBA 2K21.
That's what we're here for.
So if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We will try to get more NBA 2K21 content out than anywhere else. Whether that be news, whether that be my team, whatever it is, we will try to get the most out, and we will try not necessarily be first, but at least somewhere close to it. So anyway, the first change is one that we noticed from the 10 seconds of gameplay in that.
Oh wow, first things first, I did see this on Twitter. I just want to say this meter looks like a variation of the 2K15 meter, but on top. Meters on top, I hate them so much. They blow my mind. Meters like this where you gotta get it inside the bar and they're on top, no sir, not for me. I'm changing that meter ASAP. If you want me to do something, put it on the bottom. Okay? Just do it on the bottom. It does not need to be taken up. Like why is it taking up part of his hand? Just imagine the big men like KG who shoot like this. Boy, you're not gonna be able to time that hoe. You're gonna be working on meter. You know how 2K meters aren't really like relevant to like the green window. Like you're not gonna be able to green with that, especially if it's in a way. You're not. You're definitely not. And first things first, off topic. Why they got Dame 5s on Damian Lillard for 2K21 and he been playing in Dame 6s? That's 2K.
Dame Lillard trailer, and it is the shot meter. So I've seen some more like, closer pictures of the shot meter. The shot meter looks a little bit more like an NBA Live style shot meter. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be the biggest deal in the world. Like, still goes green when you hit it, still splashes underneath the player. Doesn't appear there's a foot shot meter. I just think there's a splash underneath them because I'm guessing if you turn shot meter off. But one thing that has been confirmed is that shooting without the shot meter will actually give you a better chance of scoring. So this year, by the end of the year, it actually became.
All right, I like that. Him saying that is gonna be shot meter will give you a boost. Shot meter off will give you a boost. I hope it's like this year. And it actually does something because we did shoot better without the meter for a good portion of the year, and I just got comfortable with it so much that with the meter it just kind of blew my mind. So I just shooting without the meter for so long now. I'm just like, all right, we're gonna go without the meter. But if there's any if history repeats itself, every other 2K is a good 2K. So 2K19 was good, 2K20 was but in 2K19 they told us not to use the meter and it did not mean anything whatsoever. So we used the meter because 2K19 not using the meter meant nothing. So if we go by that, 2K20, just if history repeats itself, 2K20, you not using the meter will not do anything. It repeats itself just like it does all the time, skipping years when things mean something. But if it actually does what it's supposed to do, then I'm going to be using no meter. Let me know if you're going to be using no meter or with meter, because I'm thinking no meter right out the gate. That's what I'm trying.
And better to shoot with the meter. However, at the start of the year, it was without question better to shoot with the meter off. So I wonder what way things are going to go in terms of the shot meter in 2K21. Will people end up using it? Because I think it is a little bit awkward to look at. However, with such an obvious green window in the shot meter, straight arms will be even more obvious. So, well, full white glitch. I've been calling it full white glitch since like day 3 of the game coming out. So it's not like it took us more than like 2 to 3 days to realize there was a straight arm problem. But yeah, so that is pretty much it for the shot meter. A little bit of a minor change, but a change nonetheless. So now we're going to talk about a little bit about the blog earlier today. Yeah, earlier we just kind of went over it a little bit. Now I'm going to talk about how I think it's going to affect the game. And a big change is the fact that 2K...
Alright, let's slow this down. We're going to skim through this. Dribble moves weren't the only thing that benefited from the Pro Stick upgrade. Alright, so okay, so just off that, it reminds me of 2K11 when they made everything based on the Pro Stick. Jump shooting and finishing at the rim were points of emphasis as well. We really wanted to make scoring the basketball skill both on the perimeter and at the rim. So we brainstormed to prototype a number of various shooting mechanics for this year's game. That sounds like something from my career. What we settled on was the idea completely similar to something we tried at NBA 2K17. I mean, we all love that game, so we're not hitting anything bad here. Shot stick aiming didn't really work that well in NBA 2K17. I know, because it was a bit buried, didn't have much skill built into it, and didn't give the user any feedback. We're aware of this. We took those learnings and used them to create a better solution this time around. For NBA 2K21, when you shoot with the Pro Stick, the shot meter changes from a timing bar to a targeting system. First things first, I don't know how that works. I want to see how that works in game, because the way we see it, because we all play on 2K, not sideways. So I want to see if like the meter shows and then glitches real quick, and there's a target area. Because if it shows glitches target area, that's gonna be annoying to see every 12 to 14 seconds, because no one uses the whole timer as they're getting clamped up. That's gonna be annoying to see. But if it's smooth and it doesn't even show the meter, and it just shows a line like an area, that's going to be okay. But in general, I don't know how this is going to work, because before we just have to focus on timing. Now I'm going to have to focus on timing and keeping the stick in the area with like, what does that say? What does it say again? It says the shot meter changes timing bar to a targeting system. So the timing bar is visible. So if they get rid of a visible bar to a visible targeting system, that's going to be a problem, because I can already tell, like, just in general, because you're going to have to still focus on timing and focus on targeting. And then that's going to be on your screen. You got to do that fast. So, I mean, we'll continue reading. It says, so instead of trying to stop the shot meter when you reach the perfect release window, you adjust the Pro Stick in real time to hit the ideal center aim point. So no timing, but just line drives? That doesn't sound right. But we'll see. We'll see the demo. 824. And it says the target window resizes dynamically based on the player's ability, shooting range, and how well the shot is contested. Basically, whether or not you're able to shoot farther out and the meter not change or get smaller. Basically, people with range extender. And can also shift to the left or the right based on the shot's degree of difficulty. So faders. If you miss the target too far left or right, your shot will miss in that direction. And as mentioned above, the new slider sets even the slightest degree might be the difference between a make and an air ball on Hall of Fame. No one plays that. They put us on Superstar, so that does not matter. While it's quite a bit more forgiving on the easier difficulties, you also won't be penalized for using the entire shooting motion to find the sweet spot. In other words, you don't have to time your release when you're shooting with the Pro Stick. But if you want to take it to the next level and know your release, you can lock in your timing and aim by either centering the Pro Stick or tapping one of the triggers when you reach the apex of the shot. This is complicated. So you gotta, I'm so tired. So you gotta use the Pro Stick, right, to aim, and then tap the trigger at the same time, but also aim with the Pro Stick, or just use the square button and not get a boost. So they want, I guess they're trying to put skill into it by making us having to use more buttons, but that's just going to throw the casuals away, and they're going to start messing with the sliders, because the casuals going to be good too, because if we get a really good, like if the boost means something, you're going to see now everyone using this, and then the casuals are going to be like, this is too difficult, but I mean, we'll see, but right now it's not sounding too good. But then if you can find time and aim well, you will give yourself the best chance of making a shot. So I mean, yeah, basically it sounds like a whole lot of complicated BS. I don't know why they're doing that, but if we have the option to just use square, I would just use square, because in general, at the beginning of the year, everyone's going to have a problem getting to learn how to use this. That's when I'm going to use this and get myself a 250K qualifier and just stick what I know best. And then while I'm in there, at least try to get in there, at least while I'm doing well, I'm going to go ahead and learn how to use that in the meantime. But till then, I'm going to see what we can do. But yeah.
Again, pushing for the pro stick, which is shooting with the analog stick. There, lads, they've done it. They've gone full circle. They've gone NBA Elite 11 on it. They have gone NBA Elite 11 on us right here, lads. Do I think it will be a good thing? Hell no. But I'm willing to give it a try. I'm willing to give the pro stick a try. But I just know people didn't like it in 17. I know it was one of the buggy things with NBA Elite 11. I know it's a lot harder to put everything onto the analog stick because people start triggering weird things. I get it. It might end up being better for competitive players, but I think in general it is going to be, it's going to be a bit of a nuisance, especially if you are kind of a newer player. But at the end of the day,
like I said,
it's an improvement to your shooting. I probably will end up trying to master it. I think it'll be a little bit more awkward than using the button, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's something that you're going to definitely have to get used to, especially for me, because I've been shooting with the button since...
We're going to be doing a lot of offline grinding, trying to get used to this meter.
The only thing I used to use the analog stick for back in the day was the spin dunks back in like 2K12 and 13. And
Same.
then the other things that I used the analog stick for are like Euro steps, stuff like that. I don't even use them for taking, unless I'm taking a safe dunk in NBA 2K20. So it will kind of be interesting the way, because so much different things are based on dribbling, and you actually can only shoot while holding it directly down. It is going to be kind of, it's going to be an interesting.
Yeah, speaking of that, how do you do behind the bags? Because you flick it down, and sometimes you long press to get a certain behind the bag animation. How are they gonna register that? I don't got corona. I just got allergies. Leave me alone.
It'll be an interesting one to see how it's implemented in game. I'm not gonna. Do I think it'll be a good thing? Probably not right now. However, I do think that I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to say it'll be a bad thing before we even get onto the game, because that is just dumb. But I'm going to give it the benefit of the... I'm going to give 2K the benefit of the doubt and hope that it works okay. I'm not going to change whether I buy the game or not, but I'm just hoping it could be a great thing or it could be a disaster. I'm thinking it's more likely going to be a disaster, but at the end of the day, it's something 2K can very, very easily just patch out of the game by just reverting back to square or no bonus, and everyone starts shooting square again. Next, we have got the dribbling change. So there are changes to the dribbling.
Alright, I want to see this. Says the Pro Stick has been a stable. Somebody get me out of here. A stable of 2K basketball for years now, and for the most part has largely gone unchanged since its anticipation for NBA 2K21. We saw this as a big opportunity to freshen up the game on the offensive end. In the past, games you could hold the Pro Stick in any direction to take a jump shot. We could, but did we have it on? No, we made it. We all put it on just dribble moves. We all did that. This was limiting us from utilizing right stick as a fully featured dribble stick. So this year we're making a pretty significant change to how the Pro Stick works in a nutshell. So we can only shoot if we hold. So we can only shoot if we hold this and go there. So if we're not using it, how do you sprint? There may not be no momentum cross, because before you had to hold and then you had to use R2 to do momentum and stuff like that. But now you hold it and you shoot going down. Okay. Right stick, lefty, scrape dribbles, that's the same. Right stick up, size up, same. Tap right stick quick 1 to 2 dribbles. Tab right stick with sprint held. So sprint isn't R2 anymore. No. RS is right stick. I'm bugging. Alright, right stick down, jump shot. Sprint is still R2, and then quick momentum behind it. Alright. I like that. We'll figure that out. We'll see how that works. I like this setup. But if I can use square, I'm using square.
So you have to do a size up, you have to hold the analog stick up. To do like escape dribbles, you have to hold the analog stick left or right. And pressing in the right stick, it says just moves. It's just like 1v1 dribble moves or like momentum dribble moves if you're holding the right stick. So because it's pressing in the right stick, I think there could be some random dribble moves. I really do. I think
there
there's
could
going to be situations because it's impossible to hold the right stick and move, really. It makes it very, very awkward. I have a weird feeling there's going to be a lot more random dribble moves in the game. However, from reading the dev blog, there seems to be a lot more dribble moves and a lot more things to do, which means in reality, I think we're going to get a little bit more well-rounded dribbling, because dribbling this year, they had the behind the back, and when I took that out, it was the tween. That's all there really was. There was no real dribbling in 2K20. So I do think that that's something that will end up being a positive. While from just reading a blog, it looks like it's just a lot of confusing things. However, I do think that 2K probably will make it a little bit better. So then is a big one, and this is gonna affect my player. This is better.
If this is the big one, as DBG says, let's take a good look at it. And here's some good news that I know the community will appreciate. We removed quick draw and put release speed back into the jump shot creator. That's for parking stuff. But this, we removed quick draw. If they removed it from everything, that is big. And then it says, so that one thing you won't have to waste your time on presses badge points on. Alright, so there's still a lot of badges, but quick draw is gone. Quick draw was a good and bad thing. Quick draw made releases in Myteam usable, but early on they made them unusable. So like Shaq's release on his go card and Galchobo cards, they were nice. They were usable. They weren't too slow, but they were slow compared to everyone else's. But like it was fast enough that you can get it off, which gave him a decent release. But I know without that bad boy, it was garbage. It was doodle. It was this upside down. Like it was no good. So it was a good and a bad thing. It really was good and a bad thing. But in my heart, it feels like this is a good thing because now there's not going to be. Well, it's going to be more realistic. Like Wilt isn't going to have a fast jump shot unless they make it fast for him. It's basically going to be like 2K19 again. Certain releases are going to be fast, and you won't be able to do nothing about it. Certain cards won't be used unless base 98 is still a thing next year and it's just automatically fast. Then I'm looking at all just base cards like Hedo and stuff like that. If they still have that base in the game, they're going to be dominant again. They're going to have to work on that contest system. But it looks like the shooting is going to go back to where it was. Well, shooting speeds, like certain jump shots are just going to be better than others. I mean, I don't got a problem with that, but I just need to spread it out.
Like, this is a much better thing for my players. And it is a complete non-negative, and it's that quick draw doesn't exist. So, like, if you have your my player, if you're a park guy, if you're a pro-am guy, if you're a stage guy, you kind of needed quick draw, and that's why people were using base 38, because it was fine on no quick draw or bronze quick draw, and you weren't losing as many badges. Quick draw should have never been tied to a badge. However, my team is a little bit different. While it is a universal positive for a quick play, in my team it's a little bit different because the quick draw badge allowed a lot of bad shooters, or not even bad shooters, bad releases to be serviceable, to be usable. Like, again, the prime example is the quick draw badge made Dwayne Wade. It made Dwayne Wade. Like, Dwayne Wade, best release in the game, in my opinion, apart from maybe Thad Young. And if you guys go back to 2K19, which I did a couple weeks ago, and tried to use Dwayne Wade, funnily enough, he's the same looking release, it's just very slow. It feels like
it's
Dwayne
garbage.
Wade on that silver quick draw, which is actually a really slow release in NBA 2K, or even, bronze quick draw, which is a really slow release in NBA 2K20. So in my team, it's going to be a weird one. It's like, will they, rather than quick draw badge, Will they start slowing down all the or speeding up all the releases as we get on the year, like they did with Kevin Garnett in 2K19? It's going to be a very, very interesting one, and I do think that the quick draw badge, while there is no negatives to getting rid of the badge in terms of my players, in terms of my team, I think there might actually be negatives, honestly.
I feel like just a small bit.
Quick draw, make people's releases gradually faster. I think they're going to do that throughout the year. And if they don't, it means that there's going to be a lot of players, like for example, Kevin Garnett, who has historically a slow release, that might end up just being worthless because of that badge. So last up is probably the only real thing in terms of my team that's been a change. There's been a lot of stuff like, oh, unlimited, like just quote, unlimited is changing. However, the control over the evos is something that is a change in my team. I talked about it a lot yesterday, but it is something that I think is kind of important. That you're going to have more controls on what you evo, or over what parts you evo. So it seems like it'll be like bits and pieces of evos rather than a whole bunch of requirements to evo a whole bunch of things. It'll be probably smaller requirements to evo smaller things, which makes evoing cards a lot more, it's going to make it kind of a lot more just different, I guess.
Well, based on what he just said, evos were cool this year, but the requirements at the beginning were dumb. They were wild. But like having to get 1,000 rebounds to go from an amethyst to a diamond was stupid. I'm looking at who am I looking at? I'm looking at Big Country, Brian Reeves. Fucking stupid. But yeah, so if there's like, I'm hoping they make it kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh and like Exodia, like to evo a card. There's like different things you gotta do in the mode. Like you gotta get like 50 wins with the card and like triple threat, and then like 20 steals in a challenge game or something like that. Cause just mindlessly grinding rebounds and points, it's not fun. But if you can go ahead and switch modes, like modes in the game, that'll be tough. Because stream wise, like, oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hit this domination up, boom. Hit this TTO online up, boom. It'll keep things fresh, just for content creators and people in general. Cause mindlessly grinding domination to get a Diamond Terrence Ross or a pink Diamond Xavier McDaniel early on when no one's watching us and they could care less, it's hard. It's something you don't want to think about doing ever again. But if they can make it small pieces into something big, like bringing Exodia cards together, like, oh shoot, get this emerald, get this diamond, get this ruby, and then you'll get an evo something else. That'll be fire.
In terms of like even selling cards, for example, if you've evoed the really difficult thing to evo and you're in a card and then sell them, and they end up the same overall, something that's easier to evo, different types of evos might end up making cards different. So I think that's a really, really interesting thing to differentiate cards. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. Not that long a video.
Oh, it just popped in my head. There might be two different versions on one evo card. So like there could be two requirements. Like get this version of Galaxy Opal LeBron by doing this, or get this version of Galaxy Opal LeBron by doing this, and it's on the same card. So you get to choose which Evo you want to do to get which version. That would be tough. That's fire. 2K, if you ain't do it, look, put it in. You can put anything in. We've seen you do it.
These are 5 changes from NBA 2K20 My Team that we already know are going to be an NBA 2K21 My Team. Probably will make a similar video to this.
Oh, that's the end. That's the end. But from all the news we just got, it's not bad. It's something that I saw coming. Eventually they were going to try to revolutionize some stuff, especially when next gen coming right after. I gotta actually buy that. I haven't pre-ordered it yet. I gotta actually pre-order. That just reminded me. But I saw this coming. They did it. They did it in 2K14. They did it in 2K11. They experimented with stuff. It didn't work out, so they put it back. But no matter what, they gotta experiment with something. They gotta make something fresh, something lively, especially since we're getting a next gen version of 2K21, and they're two different dev teams. So they gotta make something fresh, make something new. But yeah. That's it. I'm actually pretty excited with this news. No quick draw, different types of evos. I'm really hoping it's like, alright, you got an emerald, whatever, and there's two versions of this maxed out card, and you get a different version based upon which direction you go in. That'll be fire. I'd love to have that. That just means there's more room for more content and more video, because it's like, alright, we got a shooting Kobe and an attacking Kobe. Which one you going to hit for? That'll be dope. Teams will be different early on. That'll be fire. That'd be fire. But with that being said, man, that's gonna be the end of the video. Those are the 5 things that are new and my input on them. And shout out to DBD. Original link in the description. I'll see you guys next time. I'll listen to the second part of that song. I haven't heard it yet. I'm gonna bump it after this. But I'll see y'all next time. I'm out. See ya.